My appeal was a compassionate one. I did not force. I have not forced anybody. The group has not said these guys must go and withdraw their cases from the court. But we are saying, in national interests, for the sake of the Nigerian entity, to save time, to save ourselves from these unnecessary distractions, because what we want is not the name of any person, any individual. What we want is development in Nigeria. We want to see schools being built practically. We want to see children in school, not obstructed. We want to see houses, mass housing schemes everywhere. We want to see construction of road practically. We want to see policies. We want to see policies that are achievable and sustainable and that will improve on the life of the ordinary man. This is what we are seeing here. And if I may say, Peter Obi, during his campaigns, I listened to quite a number of his campaigns and, of course, his manifesto. Everything Asiwaju is doing now, thus far, you have just ascertained that Asiwaju is not doing badly. And I know he's not going to do badly.
You know there's something called stolen mandate. As far as Peter Obi, Atiku are concerned right now, this is a stolen.
Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election in Nigeria. And as I keep saying, the elections are not over until the Supreme Court rule. And like I keep saying also, Nigerians are waiting for the courts to determine who actually won the 2023 presidential election in Nigeria. Now, we are going to look at an interesting topic about Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar who are in court, because a coalition of groups supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima have asked Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party and Peter Obi of the Labour Party to withdraw their petition at the election tribunal. And we know that Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party and Peter Obi of the Labour Party are challenging Tinubu's declaration as winner of the February 25 presidential election in Nigeria, as declared by INEC, the electoral umpire. Addressing a press conference in Abuja, Lilian Obole, the coalition's national coordinator, said the aggrieved parties should withdraw their petitions in national interest. Obole said elder statesmen should call a meeting to appease the petitioners to support Tinubu's government. According to her, we resolved to say unequivocally, loud and clear, here and now, that the victory in the last presidential election is a victory for all Nigerians, regardless of their political affiliations and alignments, religion or tribe, she said. Continuing, she said, it is indeed a victory for Africa, the entire black race, and of course, victory for the entire world and humanity at large. It was a no victor, no vanquished election. Even though we are aware that it is the fundamental right of all aggrieved candidates to seek for a redress in the court of law, in national interest, we wish to use this avenue to crave the indulgence of all aggrieved candidates who are seeking for redress in the tribunal to withdraw their litigations against the president and join hands with him in the proposed national unity and all-inclusive government. We are also using this opportunity to call on all our elder statesmen from across the length and breadth of Nigeria to swiftly, without further delay, invite all aggrieved parties to a round table meeting, and appeal to them not to subvert the will of the people, through distraction. Now, Lillian Obole that read this statement, she is the woman you saw in the video before I came on board. And the summary of what she's asking for says is for national interest and for the sake of the Nigerian entity, to save time and save ourselves from unnecessary distractions, that they are saying that PDP and Labour Party's cases should be dropped. As you could hear her in that video, what she was saying, that she said that what they want is development in Nigeria. They want to see schools being built practically, that they want to see children in schools and not obstructed, that they want to see many mass housing schemes everywhere. They want to see construction of roads. They want to see policies that are achievable and sustainable, that will improve the life of ordinary man. And she went ahead to say that she had followed Peter Obi during the campaign and listened to him, and also gone through his manifesto, saying that what Peter Obi planned to do, Aswaju is already doing them. So in other words, there was no point Peter Obi continuing, because in this call, I think Peter Obi is at the center of the call, because whenever you see this call that they should withdraw cases, they are particular about Peter Obi. Because Peter Obi is presumed to, like Abiola, to be the rightful winner of this election. That's what many people believe. Many people believe strongly that if the presidential election results was transmitted real time as INEC promised on February 25, that Peter Obi would have been a runaway winner. And that is the thing that Peter Obi wants to redress. That's why he's in court. He wants to prove that he won the election. But there are people trying to stop him. Now, this group are trying to stop him now using what you may call, this is the carrot approach to stopping Peter Obi, trying to appeal to him, trying to appeal to the elders of Nigeria to go and appeal to him to drop his case. Okay, they also apply the stick approach when they will go and blackmail him that he's a religious bigot. They go and concoct videos and say that he was calling for religious war and all that. They concoct things like that. That is when they want to apply the stick approach, and they are not done yet. They will keep on coming up with all kinds of strategies to ensure that Peter Obi drops his case. They're also using some people in Labour Party. We know what Arabambi and all kinds of people who have come up from the Labour Party try to distract Peter Obi from pursuing the case or try to damage the case by their own actions. So, but the big question is this: what are they scared of? They are the ones that told Peter Obi to go to court, that anyone who is aggrieved should go to court. And Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar, they went to court. I'm not too much bothered about Atiku Abubakar, because I don't see any pathway for Atiku Abubakar to win this election, to win in the courts. The person who stands a very good chance of winning in the courts is Peter Obi. And that is why he has come under more attacks than any other presidential candidate who went to court. So I'm particular about Peter Obi, and that he is at the center of the so-called call to drop his court cases, because he is the one that stands a chance. He is the one that is being blackmailed. He is the one that they concoct stories around him, negative stories. This is the one that they are bashing every day on social media. He is the one they are bashing everywhere on traditional media. He is the one that they have a team set up to make sure that they continuously demarket him, talk ill of him, even weeks and months after the elections was over. He is the man that captured the imagination of Nigerians. He is the man that the pollsters said that he was going to win, and the pollsters were not wrong. Had the election been free and fair, had it gone free and fair, the predictions of the pollsters from Bloomberg to CNN and all those who projected that Peter Obi will win, they were right until INEC did their magic. And Peter Obi, the front runner, was allocated third position. Now he's in court to prove that he won the election. And he has been able to present watertight cases against Bola, Tinubu, the APC, and the INEC. He has brought people from, he has brought a witness from Amazon Web Services, the host of INEC server, who came and confirmed and dismissed the lies of INEC that there was glitches on election day that stopped them from transmitting the presidential election results when they were able to transmit the House of Reps and the senatorial election that was held simultaneously. You have also brought a mathematician who has taken his time to study the data, a data analyst, who have found out that 2.5 million votes was illegally allocated to Bola Tinubu. And if you subtract that 2.5 million from the 8.7 million that Aswad used in winning the election, Bola Tinubu's number will drop to 6.2 million. And if you begin to add the proper votes of Peter Obi, his undercounted votes in Lagos, in Rivers, in Plateau, and other places, and Benue, where Peter Obi had already tabled before the court that he was undercounted, you see that Peter Obi's number will begin to balloon, and he will begin to move up and eventually become number one position, achieve the number one position. Now, these are realities. Perhaps because of all these things coming out from the courts, the information coming out, which INEC cannot defend, they are now trying to see how they can make Peter Obi to drop his case. But I have bad news for them. Peter Obi is not a man that can drop this kind of case. He will be in the Supreme Court after this Court of Appeal, after the Court of Appeal ruling. If he doesn't win it, he will go to Supreme Court. And I know that if Peter Obi wins it at the Court of Appeal, that's the Election Petition Tribunal sitting at the Court of Appeal in Abuja, Aswad will not agree, he will go to court. He will go to Supreme Court. So Peter Obi is not going to buy into that call for him to withdraw the case. Besides, Peter Obi was not running alone. Peter Obi was running with the mandate of Nigerians. It is not Peter Obi's mandate that was stolen. It is the mandate of those who believe in him. Remember, there were several youths, millions of Nigerians who told Peter Obi categorically that they are the ones running for the election, that they're only running the election for the election through him. So there are millions of Nigerians who contested for president through Peter Obi. So Peter Obi cannot withdraw from going to the courts to claim his mandate. because of an appeal by some vested interests. It's not going to happen like that. And I think the earlier these people understand it, the better for them, instead of wasting their time and energy calling on him to withdraw the case. And in any case, what is national interest? Because they say that Peter Obi should withdraw his case from the court as a result of national interest. What is national interest and who defines national interest? Which now raises the question. Is it in national interest? Is it in Nigeria's national interest that elections should be rigged and the rigger allowed to go scot-free? Is it in national interest that electoral thieves are allowed to take away the people's mandate and subvert the will of the people? Is it in national interest to have a leader who did not meet the constitutional requirements of Section 134, Subsection 2B of the 1999 Constitution, which states that for anyone to be declared the winner of a presidential election, the person must get majority of the vote cast on the election, must win 25% in 2/3 of the states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, which Bola and Tinubu failed to do. Is it in national interest that INEC should conduct elections without adhering to its own guidelines and to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the product of that process not challenged in courts? Is it in national interest that an alleged drug dealer is allowed to become president and expect the youths to think that drug trafficking is bad and unlawful? Is it in national interest to have a leader whose educational qualification is suspect and you still want the youths to value education? Is it in national interest to have a leader who never promised to fight corruption in endemic country like Nigeria? Who determines national interest? And what makes this group think that it qualifies to determine what is Nigeria's national interest? As a matter of fact, it is in Nigeria's national interest that stolen mandates are returned to the rightful owners. So if the presidential office of Nigeria was stolen, it is only fair and a national interest that it is returned to the rightful owner. That is the national interest that the world and Nigerians will applaud. That will strengthen our democracy, our judiciary, and give confidence to our international partners that indeed we are the giant of Africa. For a very long time in this country, we have been rewarding criminality, rewarding evil, rewarding bad people, instead of punishing them, for them to take responsibility for the action. A militant will be born siphoning, stealing oil of Nigeria, destroying our oil installation and facilities. Instead of putting him behind bar, instead of locking him up where he belongs, the system will reward him with a pipeline contract. The system will reward him with all kinds of incentives, all in the name of appeasement, so that he will allow oil to flow. It's only in Nigeria that criminality is openly rewarded. People who rig election, instead of condemning them for the evil they committed against Nigerian people, people keep on coming out to applaud them, to even say that nobody should complain about it, to even say that Nigeria should move on. That is what kept this country to this level that it is today. Nigeria has been so tolerant of evil that those who stole people's mandates are celebrated instead of being condemned. But the time has come when Nigerian people should look themselves in the face and say, how long can the giant of Africa continue to crawl because of injustice, because of lack of fairness, because of man's inhumanity to man? Man will see truth and cover it up. People will see black and call it white. People will see white and call it black. People will see evil and call it good. All because of ethnic, religious, and other primordial interests. No. It is in the national, it is not in the national interest for Peter Obi to withdraw that case. It is in the interest of the nation. It is in the interest of our democracy. It is in the interest of our world. It is in the interest of justice, fairness, and equity that Peter Obi sees to the end of this petition at the Supreme Court. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. God bless you and yours.